My name is Brenda Cordova Avalos, and I'm going talking about three topics of morphosyntax. The first is kinds and object, after the complements, and finally adverbials. So, let's begin.
First of all, what is object? We know that in English grammar, an object is a noun phrase, and pronoun. So that is affected by the action of a verb. Objects give language detail and texture by allowing the creation of complex sentences, right? So there are two kinds of object: direct object and indirect object, and both follow the verb. Well, direct object. Direct objects are the results of action. A subject does something and the products the object itself. It's mean that direct objects identify what or who receive the action of a transitive verb in a sentences, when pronouns function as direct objects, right? They customarily take the form of the objective case. For example, me, us, him, her, them, whom, or whomever. An example: she closed the cartoon carefully. First, she kissed her father, then kissed her mother, then she opened the lid again, lifted the pig out, and held it against her cheek. In this example, you can see that there is only one subject, yet there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 direct objects: cartoon, father, mother, lid, pig, and eat. Also, there are 5 nouns in a pronoun. Sometimes also serve as direct object with verbs ending in ing that act as nouns, right? For example, Jim enjoys gardening on the weekends. My mother included reading and baking in her list of hobbies. The direct objects are gardening, reading, and baking. However, indirect objects receive or respond to the outcome of an action. It means that nouns and pronouns also functions as indirect objects. Indirect objects answer the questions. For example, to for whom and to for what. For example, my aunt opened her purse and gave the man a quarter. Another example, it was his birthday. Some mom had baked Bob a chocolate cake. You can see in the first example, the man is give a coin. The quarter is a direct object, and it benefits the man, an indirect object, right? In the second example, the cake is the direct object, and it benefits Bob is the indirect object, right? The second topic is complement. A complement is a part of a word or phrase that completes the predicate. The predicate is a part of a sentence that gives information about the subject, right? So both object, direct and indirect, are clear case of a complement, right? For example, the verb put requires both a direct object and a location. You can't just put the car. You have to put it somewhere. So we need a complement. For example, put the car in the garage. What is the complement? Garage, right? Now, intensive complement. These appear after only a few verbs, typically after any form of the verb be, such is, was, and were, when it's used as a lexical verb, but not when it's used as an auxiliary verb or verb as seem, appear, and become, right? For example, if we compare these two sentences, Janet sold her brother a bike and Janet called her brother an idiot, you'll see that in the first sentence there are two phrases after the verb, each one referring to someone or something different, while in the second sentence also there are also two noun phrases after the verb. They refer to the same person. So the second complement in Janet called her brother an idiot is an intensive complement, right? Third topic is adverbials. Well, adverbia is a word or word group that occurs in grammatical functions, typically of adverbs, right? So it has the same functions as an adverb, a word that is a verb, adjective, or other adverb. These appear after the subject, verb, and object complement. And the adverbials are often subclassified. And in time adverbials, place adverbials, manner adverbials, and reason adverbials. Well, time adverbials. These are the words that describe when. So, an adverb of time is the adverb that changes or qualify the meaning of the sentences by telling us when things happens, right? For example, we have three forms of time: when, how long, and how often. And when could be I saw Mary yesterday. She was born in 1990. There was a storm during the night. The time could be yesterday in 1990 and during the night. And how long? The examples are will waited all day. They have lived here since 2004. We will be on holiday from July until 3 August. The time is all day since 2004 from 1 July until 3 August. And finally, how often? We have the examples. They usually watch television in the evening. We sometimes went to work by car, and I always go to the university. The time is usually, sometimes, and always. Place adverbials. These are the adverbs that change or qualify the meaning of the sentences by telling you where things happen. So here we have some characteristics of this. An adverb of place always talks about the location where the action of the verb is being carried out. Place adverbial can be directional, for example, up, down, around, and north. Place adverbial can refer to distances, for example, nearby, far, and away. Place adverbial can indicate an object's position in relation to another object, for example, below, between, above, behind, and through. Manner adverbials. These describe how something happens. They are usually placed either after the main verb or after the object. It's possible to walk or run at different speeds. For example, some walks slowly, and some run quickly. The words used to describe walking or running at different speeds, slowly or quickly. And finally, reason adverbials are also sometimes referred to as adverb of purpose. It means that adverbs of reason are words used to tell the reason behind the happening of a particular occurrence. Some examples of the adverbs of reason are because, so, therefore, hence, and etc. We'll find simple sentences using some adverb of reason to better understand this purpose. For example, because he was not feeling well, he did not go to school today. I was hungry, so I ate pizza. It was raining heavily, therefore we stayed in the house. The reason adverbials are because, so, and therefore. Right? And well, this is all from me, and I hope you understand these topics. Thanks for your attention. See you. Bye.